SAFC Fan TV. Now, you're probably wondering what I'm doing here in King's Cross Station, and probably later on you'll be wondering, well, it's about to be revealed right now, you're probably wondering why the mad mistake is not on the Sunday bunch, because I found him here.
I'm in King's Cross messing about. I've been to the Harry Potter's 9 3/4 platform. I ran through the wall. I didn't smash my nose in.
No,
I don't know how, it's massive.
We don't encourage youngins to do that, by the way.
Yeah. Don't run through the wall, it's a bit dangerous. Fancy meeting Jacob down here at King's Cross. What's the odds on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's only one place to start. What did you think of the performance yesterday?
I mean, I've heard the first half wasn't that good, but the second half we picked it up, and when a team can have a poor first half and the team talk at half time, Phil Parkinson must have been fantastic. They picked it up. Apparently they were a bit leggy, but they've had a lot of games, but they are fit as, you know, a butcher's dog, so they're going to do really well. Second half they came out, they did really well, and they got the winning goal from Lyndon Gooch. I mean, it was Max Power with their assist. So at the end of the day, all you can do is come away from away matches. If you win or win, doesn't matter how you get it, come away with 3 points. Absolutely fantastic, unbeaten in 7 now.
Yeah, like this stage of the season, like second half of the campaign, it's all about just like grinding out those results, especially in a league like this where there's a lot of physicality, isn't there?
Got to grind out the results. I mean, now Phil Parkinson, he's turned the corner. He's getting this squad together, working as a team, gelled together as a team, performing really well. And we play Doncaster at home on Friday, and hopefully we can take 3 points against Doncaster, because at home, you know, we can pressurise them from the beginning. If we can get an early goal, the fans are going up, Doncaster's heads hopefully will drop, and then away to Tranmere next week. Again, it won't be easy, but if you can get any kind of win, doesn't matter how you perform, get any kind of result away from home, it's a bonus 3 points.
Yeah, nice gift for the London supporters branch as well, live on the telly.
Exactly, yes, exactly.
Yeah, so obviously we're going into that time of where teams are looking to like bring potential deals in that could really impact their season. We're halfway through the transfer window. One man we have got in so far is striker Kyle Lafferty. He came off the bench yesterday. How do you think he could impact the side for the rest of the season?
Well, I've heard he's more of a sort of more of an in-your-face attacker. So like where you got like Charlie Wyke, who's sort of more. I think Charlie Wyke's a nice bloke, you know. He's a nice placid bloke, and he won't put the boot in as much. But I think Kyle Lafferty he's more of a manly man. He'll get stuck in, and he'll give 100%. I'm hoping his bad times are behind him, you know, from his womanising. Apparently, hypothetical. Apparently, in the past, you know, allegedly, it's like hypothetically and all this other crap, that he used to be, he might have been a womanizer, but I don't think he was. That was just somebody putting something out there. I think he's probably, you know, Jack the lad, as you're younger, you do, like, you have your...
As a lot of football,
yeah, you have your good and your bad, you know, and he's grown up now, he's 32, he's getting past the bad parts of his life, and now he wants to. This is his last real good opportunity, last real chance of coming good, and I think at Sunderland he will come good and perform really well for Phil Parkinson.
Yeah, I mean, obviously footballers of all ages can like go out and like enjoy themselves and have a good time, but I think what fans really, all they care about is them just doing their job on the pitch. And when he came on yesterday, he did show that physical presence, and I don't think he'll be a regular starter the next few weeks. I still think he needs to get his fitness up, but I know he can really have an impact on defences in this league because like he's got the experience in it.
Yeah, well, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. You've got to let your hair down at some point. So everyone's allowed after a good game of football to have a pint. You know, you're allowed to go and have a pint as long as you train hard through the 6 days of the week. For me, it doesn't really matter. But I mean, I'm knackered at this moment in time. I've done 30 miles a day in London. I've walked all over in London.
Go and check out
I'm doing a London vlog. I've been a whole round of 30 miles. My back's killing us. I've had a couple of pints, as you can tell by the way I'm talking right now. And I'm off to get the train home, and I can find my daughter somewhere.
probably in the Harry Potter shop.
Yes, in the Harry Potter shop. I might go back to the Harry Potter shop, and I've just seen George Dobson. Got my selfie with George Dobson.
Yeah.
Over there, look, really good bloke, good player, and he's coming good at this moment in time.
Yeah, I mean, it came as a bit of a surprise, but I mean, you could tell there, like, he's got like a massive smile on his face. Like, you can tell by his body language that there is like a really good spirit in the dressing room at the moment.
He was over the moon, up and coming young lad, doing really well. He's gone through a difficult patch at Sunderland, but now he's come through the other side, and he's starting to play really good football. I know he's like one of those midfielders who can put the boot in and also go forward and get in the opposition half. So yeah, I think Dobson's the one for the future, definitely.
In terms of obviously other players that we could bring in this transfer window, according to reports, that we're on the verge of a deal for Bristol City centre-back Max Bailey, I think. And it'll be interesting to see how that pans out, because if he does come through, it means we'll have Joe Lynch, Jordan Willis, Ali Turk, Tom Flanagan and Jack Baldwin still contracted to the club. So it looks like if he comes in, I would say either Flanagan or Baldwin, who's on loan at Salford City at the moment, will potentially be leaving.
Isn't Bailey the Bristol's captain, club captain?
I can't quite, but I know he's Australian international.
Yeah, I'm sure he's the club captain as well. I mean, I'm not too fussed with the comings and goings at this moment in time. I'm thinking about who's going to buy the club, who's going to take over the club. Is it going to be the Americans? I've heard it's the Chinese consortium. So there's a lot of things that could be happening at Sunderland at this moment in time. Personally, I'd rather Stuart Donald stay at the end of the season, and I think we'll just probably get loans in now at the end of the season. 1 or 2 loans just to bolster up the squad, because they're going to be tight legs at some point. But I mean, Lyndon Gooch and Maguire, since McGeady's been put up for sale, are playing absolutely fantastic football at this moment in time. You've got to take your hats off to Maguire and Gooch at this moment in time. Brilliant.
In terms of loan deals for players, obviously, one man being linked was Greg Doherty from Rangers, I believe.
Rangers, I've heard he's really good as well. Yeah, that'll be a good loan. Yeah. I think we're going to have to sort of go for free transfers or loans at this moment in time. I don't think Donald wants to spend any money, because we don't know where he's going to be here or not be here. So, I mean, we don't need too many. We've got a decent squad as it is now, and now that we've got the harmony, united front in the team, everyone's pulling for everybody, everyone's playing for each other. We've got a decent core already there.
Yeah, I mean, what Pete Whelan touched on the channel on Saturday with Sean's interviews was Greg Doherty. He's a player that he has got really good talents, but it looks like he can't be a regular in Rangers' first team at this moment in time, and I think a loan spell is just what he's needing.
Did he come from Hibs? Was it Hibs he came from? To Rangers. He played about 85 games for Hibs.
I think I need to check it out.
Scored roughly, was it about 11 goals? I'm not quite sure. It was a few less anyway. But yeah, Rangers had 11 starts at Rangers. So obviously, I mean, Rangers, it's a big club. It's a good team to play for, and it's hard to break into their first squad, especially if you're a young player coming through. So going out on loan is a good way to earn your trade. And from the Scottish Premier League, it's only a slight drop down for me to League One, so I think he'll do well for Sunderland.
Yeah, also another creative midfielder on the list, Zach Clough from Nottingham Forest. Now, I've heard a lot of good reports about this guy, that it looks like if we bring him in, he's a player that could thrive in League One and really adapt to it straight away, because at Nottingham Forest at the moment, I mean, they're a team that are really going for promotion. I mean, it'd be interesting to see whether they'll want to potentially let any young talented players go out on loan at this moment in time, when they're really pushing to either them either going to be, because Leeds United are dropping points at this moment in time, they'll have a little bit more belief that they could potentially catch them. But I mean, they're a side looking like firmly they'll finish in the playoffs at the moment.
Well, Forest are playing well. They won yesterday. I'm sure they won. Was it 3-1 yesterday? So any of Forest sort
after a 1-1 draw at Reading,
Reading are playing well as well. So Forest are a decent size. So like anybody who comes from the Championship down to League One could be a good asset. I don't know much about Zach Clough, to be fair, but I mean, like I said, I've got my faith in Phil Parkinson. I think Phil Parkinson will know exactly what he wants, exactly who he needs to bring in to strengthen the squad. To get sort of, I noticed yesterday Will Grigg wasn't even on the bench yesterday.
No, not in the squad at
all.
So
so you could have to sort of be a really good player to come into this squad now and even make it on the bench. So so well done Lafferty yesterday to be on the bench, to come on for 13 minutes.
What I still think we're missing, what I'd like to see happen going into these final weeks of the window, is you look at the strikers. We got Will Grigg, Charlie White, and Kyle Lafferty. When you look at those three as forwards, like they're really like physical hold-up type of strikers. I think we need someone
a bit of pace.
Yeah, like you would say what Mark McNulty has, but I think the problem with him is the injury problems he's had since we got him in, and I don't know whether he could potentially not be in the manager's plans for the future, because he was a Jack Ross signing. So potentially, I would like to see a forward brought in with someone who, you know how like we did in the Quinn and Phillips days, like big man, little man. Someone who could like get in behind centre backs and like really like show
if we do
good quality finishing.
If we do play two up front, that means we're going to have to drop someone like Gooch and Maguire. So for me, if we do that, it's going to have someone who's going to go on the bench. I mean, Mark McNulty will soon know by the end of January, because when the January window closes, we've got him on loan. So he'll send them back now. We won't keep him. If he's still here in February, he has his faith in Mark McNulty. So he's probably the ones who are on the bench to come on when other players are sort of getting tired. But
so you agree with me with McNulty, like good talent as a striker, but it's injuries that have let him down.
I think if he gets over his injury, he'll do really well. The back end of the season is going to be an asset to the club. He scores goals, Johnny on the box, he can put the ball in the back of the net. And I think if we can keep them and the core of the players fit, 1 or 2 good assets coming in, we could definitely finish in the top 2. So, ending on that note, don't forget to subscribe to SAFC Fan TV. Please watch the video.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe, comment, and the Sunday Bunch, watch that as well. Absolutely fantastic. Great job we Philly and the team are doing. You know, we got Dino the cameraman, Sean Middleton and Jacob here. Absolutely fantastic job on SAFC Fan TV. And we'll see you later. Come on, lads.